Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $3.17. It's a green day for XRP again. And if you zoom out to the 7-day, right now we are going sideways on the price of XRP, waiting for the next move up. Bitcoin is also in the green, back above $118K. Let's hope this continues. But the one thing I noticed, and other people are noticing as well, nobody complained about XRP at 50 cents back in September of last year, and now they complain about the current price. I don't get it. I see so many people complaining about XRP. It's so boring. It's not moving. You know, most of us were holding XRP when it didn't move for years. I mean, you would get a move up to maybe 60 cents, and then all of a sudden XRP would come back down. There was times where in a whole week, XRP maybe moved either a penny up or a penny down. XRP is not boring above $3. And then people are complaining about this cycle as well. Why is this cycle taking so long? The cycle is playing out perfectly. We are going to see an alt season. We're going to see parabolic moves. On most of these cryptocurrencies, most of you are going to make in the coming months more than people make working at a 9-to-5 job for 5 years. That's how fast crypto will change your life. You are going to get life-changing money, but you got to be able to hold until we cross the finish line. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, I can't wait to sell this cryptocurrency. It sucks. Why isn't it going up? I thought XRP was going to be above $10 by now. It's like we had delays in this cycle due to real-world events. I still think Bitcoin's price is highly manipulated. I think that also is holding down the rest of the market still. But all of that is going to change. Just like every previous cycle, eventually Bitcoin crashes down and all altcoins go parabolic. It's just your typical cycle. Expert highlights XRP roadmap to taking profits as XRP targets $30. So what xrp is saying is, if you're going to take profit, don't wait until it hits specific price points. If you're going to take profits on XRP, come up with a number that nobody's looking at. Like, if they're predicting XRP to go to $27, sell at $26 or $25. It's going to be so hard to sell the top as well. We've seen it in the past. A lot of the exchanges even go down when these cryptocurrencies are going parabolic. I expect the same thing to happen this cycle. Most likely, as XRP keeps achieving new all-time highs, Coinbase will most likely be down. Look at what happened with Bitcoin. XRP adoption is strong. 7,500 addresses joining every day. Every single day, new investors are coming into this cryptocurrency. The demand is there. People want to hold XRP. But you got to know what you're holding when you're holding this cryptocurrency. It's not you buy it, then the price goes up and you sell your entire bag. You do that with meme coins. You do that with speculative assets. You don't do it with utility tokens, because these are the cryptocurrencies that are going to be part of the new financial system. And the new financial system is absolutely coming. You already see the digital shift happening. Why the hell would you ever sell your entire bag in this run? But I see so many people saying, soon as XRP reaches $8, I'm totally out. It's like, great, but you better have a game plan, or you'll be right back here chasing the next big thing. King Valek says XRP is ready to leave you 1K. To 10K is enough people behind. So fast you're going to wish you listened and found a better paying job. 3 to 10 years ago, buddy, you thought it was a game to be played with the last chance of generational wealth that the SBI CEO even mentioned. You know, most of the people they weren't even here 10 years ago. They weren't even here 3 years ago. I know a lot of you were here back in 2022 when XRP was going sideways, around 50 to 60 cents. But most people were not here back in 2018. He acts like everybody should know what XRP is. People should have bought it years ago. But how does he know 1K to 10K is not enough? He's talking about selling your entire bag, and then he goes on to talk about hyperinflation. And we also don't even know if we're going to experience hyperinflation, because now the digital dollar is coming and we know that it's going to be a gold-backed digital dollar. That's why the central banks have been stockpiling gold for years. But crypto can fix the financial system as well. It doesn't even mean that we will ever experience hyperinflation. These days, most people cannot afford 1,000 XRP. And that's true. People are getting priced out of it. As the price continues to rise, more and more people will be priced out of XRP. I always told you, buy whatever you're comfortable with. You know, don't overinvest, because if you overinvest, guess what happens? All of a sudden you're selling XRP at a loss to cover your bills. To pay for gas, pay for groceries. Invest whatever you can. Every little bit gets you one step closer to financial freedom. Other folks don't grasp that. And again, if you're not selling your entire bag, you could continue to build wealth. Like I said at the beginning of this video, a lot of you are about to make what most people make working at a 9-to-5 job for 5 years. In a matter of a couple months, All you gotta do is sit back and hold this cryptocurrency. That's all it takes. But then King Valex goes on to say this: XRP at 31 bucks. Market cap will be $1.9 trillion. ETH will be at 904 billion at 7K. Let that sink into the thick-headed brains. In other words, XRP is about to take the #1 spot effortlessly. Once XRP flips Bitcoin's market cap, that's it. All the belief in Bitcoin will die. The money will shift so quick into this cryptocurrency. And again, who knows that we stop at $31? You know, everybody's calling between $27 and $50 plus. Nobody really knows how high the price is going to go. And the reason they don't know how high the price is going to go is because we're waiting on so many catalysts for XRP as well. I mean, you listen to Jake Claver. He's saying if all the catalysts play out, we're looking at a $1,500 to $2,000 XRP. Me personally, I'm watching everything build for this cryptocurrency. And in my opinion, we'll talk about $1,500 once we break 3 digits. But that can absolutely happen. We're on the verge of countries going live with their CBDCs as well. We know they're building those CBDCs on the XRP ledger. So if XRP is going to be utilized to move that central bank digital currency, it cannot be sitting at a low price. And that is just a fact. Ripple price prediction. How much could 1,000 XRP be worth in 2026? So the AI is saying anywhere between $5,000 and $9,000. And I think that's low. If we were to go back to the beginning of this video, Greg is calling for a $27 to $30 XRP. So 1,000 XRP should be worth $27,000 to $30,000. If you go with the higher predictions and the catalysts all play out, all of a sudden your 1,000 XRP would be worth $100,000. Even on the low end, somewhere between $50,000 and $100,000. It all comes down to what happens as we go into alt season. It also depends on how much institutional money flows into those XRP ETFs. Those will most likely go live during alt season as well. Top Investor releases its 2025 Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP price predictions. And this is coming from Tentosha. And what he's calling for is XRP $8 to $12, Bitcoin 250K, ETH 10K to 12K. Now so far in this cycle, XRP has outperformed both Ethereum and Bitcoin. I think he has XRP valued way too low. Those would be the prices if the Ripple vs SEC case came to an end, and XRP went through price recovery. That's how quick we could get to $8 to $12. Then you would start to pile in the catalyst. Regulatory clarity coming from Washington, ETFs, cross-border payments amping up, ISO playing a factor, tokenization starting to pick up momentum, more companies creating XRP treasuries. And you still think we're going to stop between $8 and $12? We are going to go so much higher. And that's why I always told you nobody could ever tell you 1,000 XRP is not enough. You know, either way, no matter how you look at this, 1,000 XRP can give you life-changing money. Imagine if XRP just went to 3 digits. All of a sudden you have $100,000. That's how quick it can happen. 5 million plus XRP stolen from George Jones' widow by her boyfriend. It was on a Ledger Nano S in a safe. So the one thing that I took from this is that George Jones apparently knew what XRP was, because he was holding 5,534,307 XRP. You don't buy that much XRP unless you know what XRP is. And the fact that this guy stole it, you know he probably knows what XRP is as well. But this is the first time that XRP made headlines in something like this. Usually it's Bitcoin and USDT that's tied to all of this. And these make great headlines whenever they bring crypto in as well. That's why they love to include crypto when they're talking about illicit activity. But the reason I wanted to make this video today is because I wanted to assure